We cannot fight the Democrats only. I will not concede, but I will co-sign the fact that we have to fight the Democrats, right? Without question, we have to fight against the Democrats because the Democrats are fighting against us. Can we anyone who's confused about that, just take a look at the way they attacked Keith Ellison, the way they attacked Bernie Sanders, the way they still attack Bernie Sanders, the way they still attack every single one of us who had the nerve not to throw our loving support around Hillary Clinton every step of the way. We are the greater enemy to them, greater even than Donald Trump. So are we supposed to sit back and say, oh, we're going to play nice with the Democrats because there's a bigger enemy out there in Donald Trump, when the Democrats are clearly drawing the line in the sand and indicating that we are their political rivals? So not only am I conceding that point, I'm not even conceding, I'm letting you know we have to give the Democratic Party hell. One caveat, though. Most Americans who are waking up to the reality of politics are waking up because of how insane Donald Trump is. We cannot only fight the Democrats and give cover to Donald Trump, because most people's political awakening is happening because of how ridiculous Donald Trump is. So we have to do both and. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. We have to do both and. The Democrats are feckless and they're incapable of fighting against Donald Trump in any significant fashion, right? They barely have good rhetoric, right? Their language is laughable, but they don't even have the backbone and the spine to hold the line in Congress, in the Senate. They don't have. I mean, we see how many Democrats are breaking their backs to support candidates. They don't know how to fight, nor do they actually even want to fight. And there's a lot of Americans right now who are mobilized because of how ridiculous Donald Trump is. And because of how ridiculous Donald Trump is, we have to fight on a two-front battle. We have to be the best enemy to Donald Trump while we simultaneously kick Democrats' asses. We have to do both and. Well, Ben, we shouldn't be infighting. They're fighting. They have picked a fight with us. The Democratic Party has not only picked a fight with us, but they want to destroy progressives. And does anyone actually think we're going to sit back and just lay down and say, oh, well, Donald Trump is the real enemy, so we're just going to get in line with the resistance, while the resistance is actually fighting harder against us than they are against Donald Trump? No. We take the glory of fighting against Donald Trump and we do it better than them because they're cowards and they're feckless. And then we galvanize all the people who are now paying attention because of how crazy Donald Trump is. And we show them that it's not just Donald Trump. Yes, Donald Trump is our primary target, but Donald Trump is not the only problem. The problem has been Hillary Clinton. The problem has been Clintonism. The problem has been neoliberalism. That has been the problem. And that problem is still festering in the Democratic Party, so much so that they would rather embrace somebody like Haim Saban and Alan Dershowitz and 100% crap poo-poo on progressives. If we don't do both, then people are going to look to the Democrats to be the vessel through which we defeat Donald Trump. And this is something I started to say last week in a segment, but I didn't quite vocalize it properly. We can't let the best protest be establishment Democrat protest. We cannot let the best organizing come from establishment Democrats. We cannot let the best voting campaign, voter registration drives come from establishment Democrats. We cannot allow that, because that allows people to feel as though they have a champion in the Democratic Party, when we know full and damn well that the Democratic Party, they're not there to be a champion of anything other than corporate lobbyists and the establishment. We have to do both. One, because Donald Trump deserves, church say amen. Donald Trump deserves our opposition in every way imaginable. So this is not even an intellectual, right? This is not, we don't have to spin anything. We don't have to do anything other than look at what Donald Trump is doing. We need to oppose him and help defeat him. But we need to be the ones to defeat him, because we don't need to let people actually pause and think for a second that they have a champion in the Democratic Party, because they do not have a champion in the Democratic Party. They have a political rival in the Democratic Party. If you stand for anything remotely progressive, if you believe that every American citizen should have health care, then you do not have a champion in the Democratic Party. You have a rival in the Democratic Party. If you believe college education should be free, state college education should be free, then you do not have a champion in the Democratic Party. You have a rival in the Democratic Party. If you believe money in politics has run amok and it is out of control and it is negatively influencing our political conversation, then you do not have a champion in the Democratic Party. You have a rival in the Democratic Party. So we cannot be so focused on fighting the Democrats that we let the median average voter actually think that they have a champion in the Democratic Party, because they do not. We have to get our wits about us and fight on two fronts. Show the world that the best way to beat a fascist is with the progressive. And then show them the reason we got a fascist in the first place was because of the Democratic Party.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.thebenjamindixonshow.com to register for our blog, join the Progressive Army, and support The Benjamin Dixon Show. It's Ben Dixon! If you like this episode, be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Consider becoming a Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/The BPD Show and support The Benjamin Dixon Show.